What's up, guys? Welcome to your 10th Android tutorial. No, 11th. My bad. 11th Android tutorial for the new Boston. Again with me, Travis. What we're going to do in this tutorial is basically set up some resources and then set up a background image for our splash screen that we're going to create. And basically, I want you guys to, create some sort of background image, and it doesn't have to be perfect like the dimensions. I'm not positive exactly which dimensions you guys will want to use. What I used for this image, I believe, was 400 by 600, and then just create something simple. It doesn't have to be beautiful or anything. Obviously this one's pretty sketchy. I just copied this off the New Boston website and then put a black background for the most part. And then make sure when you save it, it's all lowercase, and save it as like a PNG. So again, make sure the name is all lowercase. And then also you guys want to create maybe a sound that you might want to put in for application, because we're going to add a sound as well. Make that MP3. Again, make sure everything's lowercase. Otherwise you're going to get some problems. So I created both a sound and just a quick wallpaper. And what we're going to do is basically put those in the right place that we're going to need so we can use them in Java and XML and all that good stuff. So I'm going to open up my Finder, or basically, my computer or whatever. And within here, I saved it again, the project or workspace, under Documents, and I called it the New Boston. And then we set up our project called the New Boston as well. And then we have a resource folder, and here's our drawable. That's where we're going to drag and drop this image into, our drawable high def, or basically high density per inch folder. And that's good. You can do 3 different resolutions if you guys want. I'm lazy, so I'm not going to. The other thing we want to do is do our splash or our sound into our RAR folder. And again, if you guys don't have a RAR folder, you want to set that up. Not too difficult. And there we go. We basically added resources to our project now. And again, you guys might have wanted to just drag and drop them into this actual folder. I believe that won't work. I don't think that will work. You guys actually want to go into where your workspace was located and where your project was set up, and save them there. So there you go. We added resources. If you look, they aren't added yet. What we need to do is go up to Project, the Project tab, and go to Clean. That'll kind of clean our project out a little bit. Update everything and rebuild it. There we go. We have our splash background and our splash sound. Now what we want to do is set up a new layout that's just going to have this image that we imported as the background for our splash activity. Basically what a splash activity is, it just appears for 5 seconds, tells the people your name, plays a little music, and it's over. So it's not all that important, but we want to make our app too legit to quit, if you know what I'm talking about. So what we're going to do is right click on this layout here, and then go to Other, and then under this Android folder again, we're going to click Android XML to set up a new layout. We hit next, and then we have to label our layout, and we're going to label this splash. And you also have to put .xml, and make sure it has the layout tab. It should, and we're good to go. We're just going to hit finish. And there we go. We have a blank slate to work with. We're just going to do one thing, real simple. Again, we're just going into the code section. We're just going to set up this linear layout, have the background image be that resource we just added. And you guys are probably wondering, what's this match parent? Basically, it's pretty much the same thing as fill parent in this case, so you won't have to worry about it. I mean, we can change that to fill parent if you want. So basically it's going to take up the whole screen, and then we want to use the Android code called background. I wasn't completely positive, but anyways, it's called background. And then how we reference it, we're going to say @drawable. Well, let's just do it this way. Hit equals, and then @drawable / and then our actual image name. Again, you guys might, if you guys didn't label these properly, if you had like a uppercase letter, it's gonna mess up your project, then you're gonna get all confused. So make sure those are lowercase, and then clean your project again. So then we're going to say @drawable and then splash undercase background is what I labeled my background image as. And if you put the PNG or the extension, you're going to get an error as well. So you don't want to put the extension on when you're referencing your your drawable folder. Then we're just going to save it and check it out. Looks pretty fantastic if you ask me. So that's a quick tutorial, basically how to set up a new layout and use the background function from the Android, and also get some resources in our project. So thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next tutorial. Have a good one.